Hi YouTube, Tim from htmltim.com here. In this video, we're going to talk about HTML boilerplate. HTML boilerplate is code that you need for every HTML file that you have to make it valid HTML. So to start off with this necessary code, let's create our doctype declaration. And we do that with a left arrow bracket, an exclamation point, then we type doctype, and then HTML, and then close it with a right arrow bracket. After the doctype declaration, you have the HTML tag, and the HTML tag is an opening and closing tag. So it has an HTML opening tag and then an HTML closing tag. And you'll notice here that the HTML closing tag has this slash in it. Okay, so when you have an opening and a closing tag in HTML, you'll always have this slash and then the name of the tag within the closing tag. Now, inside the HTML tags goes all of your content, and there are two main parts to the document. There is the head and the body of the document. So we can specify the head of the document by using the head tag, and then we'll close out the head tag. Okay, and then we can also have the body tag, and then we'll close out the body tag. Okay. In the head tag, you have important meta tags, which are self-closing tags. So you only have one tag there. You don't have the opening and the closing. And those tell the browser and the search engines about your site. So the one important one, the really important one that you have is the meta charset one, which is usually set to UTF-8, and that allows special HTML entity characters to render properly. Okay, so you always want to include that. You also want to have a meta tag with the name of viewport, and you want to set the content equal to width equals device dash width, comma initial dash scale equals 1.0. Okay, let me close out my sidebar here. And so that will allow your page to render properly on different size devices. After that, we typically have a meta tag with the name equal to description, and that content is 160 characters or less on the topic of your page. That is the stuff that will show up in the search engine results if the search engines honor your meta description tag. Okay. Under that, we typically have a title tag, and that has the title of your page. And I'm going to close out the title tag. That has an opening and a closing tag, unlike the meta tags. This, the title tag, is the only thing that will show up in the browser from the head of the document. So if I save this and I go to my files here, and I go to my Linux files, I've named this document index.html. That's a typical name for a landing page of your site. And I view, I see I have nothing showing up in the viewport because we don't have anything in the body of the document. But up here I have the title of your page. That's where the content from the title tag goes. Okay, that's the only thing the user or the viewer of the website will see that is from the head of your document. Okay, and then under this we have the body. This is the second part of the document, and in the body you'll see the content that shows up in the viewport. So I'm not going to wrap this with tags, so it's not really valid HTML, but this is the content the users of your website will see. Okay, and let's save that. And now if we refresh, we have the content the users of your website will see. It shows up in the viewport. Okay. All right, it's not pretty because we haven't added CSS or anything like that. Now you may be thinking, wow, that's a lot to type for every page of my document. So in this video, I'm using the Pulsar text editor. I have a lot of videos on the Pulsar text editor on this channel. I'll link those in the description. Sorry, I can't talk there. And we have a shortcut in Pulsar. So if the file has the .html extension, So it's HTML file. You can simply type HTML and hit tab, and you have this boilerplate code generated for you. In addition, we have this attribute language with the value, or lang, with the value en. So that means the language of this document is set to English. This is something you should always include in your HTML document. I probably didn't when I type it because I forget it a lot, but with Pulsar it adds that automatically. It also gives this attribute dir, which stands for direction, and this ltr stands for left to right, meaning the document is read from left to right. Okay, we have our opening and closing title tag, our meta character set tag. I mean, I can hit tab through this stuff and go right to my title, so that's nice with the shortcuts. I would also have to include my viewport tag, which helps my page render properly on different size devices, and the description tag, which helps for search engine optimization and for having a description in the search results. Okay, but this HTML with the tab shortcut cuts a lot of the work out of the way when creating an HTML document. I think that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.